What's up, guys? Ryan with Jet Patrol back. Another video. Today, we're going to take a look at the newly announced Wolverine figure from Hot Toys. Let's do it. That's right, guys. We're back. Hope you guys are doing well. Today, actually yesterday, Hot Toys dropped the latest iteration of Wolverine from the new Deadpool Wolverine film. No doubt there's going to be two versions of Deadpool as well. I expect to see a regular and a deluxe of Deadpool, maybe in the same vein as this one, where the regular gets the mask sculpt and the deluxe gets the unmasked sculpt. We'll see, but there will definitely be two versions of Deadpool coming out very soon. You might ask, how the heck do I know that? Well, I can't tell you. It's top secret. It's not really top secret. Just bear with me. But I've got some photos from Wolverine on display secret base. We'll take a look at those. First, we're going to take a look at the blogger photos, and we'll look at some photos from JC Hong of the head sculpt, and then we'll get into what it looks like on display secret base. So I got a lot of photos. We're going to burn through them somewhat quickly. We'll pay attention to the important ones, but let's get into this thing. So here we go. We've got Wolverine posed up here. This is the photos are going to be of the deluxe, so I should preface that. And the reason you know it's the deluxe is because it has the Hugh Jackman head sculpt, and the regular does not. So that means that 99% of you are going to buy the deluxe. And those who get the regular are probably those who are getting a backup copy, a second copy, one to display with the mask and one to display with the head sculpt. That's probably what's going to happen. Or maybe you want to repaint it. I don't know, but that is that. So here's the deluxe. You're going to get these little switch out arms there. You get a switch out chest plate. We'll see more about that in a little bit. Kind of bouncing through some of these things. Go to this next photo here. The claws look amazing. They look so freaking good. Now, they don't mention if those are die cast. At least they don't say that. So I'm not expecting them to be die cast, although that would be pretty cool. But regardless, they look good and they look proper. It's like scale wise, everything looks pretty good. The head sculpt, again, freaking amazing. The suit looks amazing. It looks comic inspired, although it's certainly not comic accurate. I'll go from that. It's going to be film accurate. And there we go. Rolling eyes for the head sculpt for Hugh Jackman. This thing looks amazing. The hair looks pretty cool. Reminds me of their very first film from X-Men. And they had much bigger hair then, but it reminds me of that film. The sculpt, and you can see like the age on Hugh Jackman. Like he's definitely he's added a few years since his first appearance as Wolverine. So here's the three styles of display. You got the clean chest armor, the battle damage chest armor, and then you've got obviously the head sculpt versus the mask, and you can figure out how you want to do that. All of them look pretty good to me. The mask one, we'll talk more about that here in just a second. So here it is, battle damage parts. Again, the deluxe comes with the battle damage parts. The regular does not, and that might matter to you. It might not. We're going to take a look at more of this, but this is kind of a strange pose. This is a better pose. That looks pretty freaking good, honestly. That might be how I end up displaying mine when it actually shows up. Again, strange pose, good pose. So pretty cool stuff. Let's fast forward a little bit here. This is, actually I want to go fast forward to a different photo. The seamless arms look pretty good. I want to get to, if I can, this is where I'm going to get to. So when I first saw this, I was like, is that Hugh Jackman? Is it? I don't know. We haven't seen him obviously in the film yet to see if this is accurate to what he looks like in the film. But I'm just not seeing the lower mouth section for Hugh Jack. I don't know. Maybe the one on the left more than the one on the right. The one in the middle, maybe. I don't know. It's, for me, it's not. I'm not going to say it's not there, but it's not as obviously Hugh Jackman as the unmasked sculpt. So let's go with that. The white eyes look pretty sick, and I can't wait to see what he actually looks like in this film, and I can go, hey, yeah, that looks like him. That doesn't look like him. At this point, I'm not really sure. But here it is. Deluxe, you get the separate rolling eyeballs with the head sculpt, right? The regular, you do not get the Hugh Jackman sculpt. You get interchangeable sleeved arms, which I think is interesting. For the deluxe, you get battle damage parts. The battle damage on the gauntlets, too. I missed that earlier. And then you've got attachable claws, which all looks fine. So, again, I see no reason not to get the deluxe. Here's the photos JC Hong put up on his socials of the head sculpt, which looks flipping amazing. I'm even going to zoom in. Look at this. Oh, man. I mean, he nailed it. What can I tell you? I mean, it's not much of a shocker. Dude's an amazing painter and absolutely nailed it. Skin tone looks great. Like all the, yeah, the beard looks great. The hair looks great. It all looks great. 100%. So JC Hong and the team, well freaking done. So let's move on to photos of it at Secret Base. There's a lot of photos of the head sculpt. They sent me a pile of these things, but here they've got them on display with the head sculpt with the clean armor. And again, it looks pretty freaking good. I admit the lighting on JC Hong's photo is better than the lighting they currently have it on the Secret Base, but that's what we got to work with. Movable eyes. This thing looks sick. Now there's our neck connector. We kind of zoom in here. I guess I can zoom in here. Yeah, there we go. Click the right button. So there's a little bit of a gap from the neck to the shoulder trap section, which you didn't notice in the blogger photos, but I am noticing here. I don't know if it's good or bad. It's just something that just stuck out to me. I was scrolling through some of these photos. So it's definitely a split head neck combination. So we're going to get plenty of range of motion with a double ball joint peg on the neck and head area. So that should be fun for posing. That looks pretty good. All these angles, guys, like there's a lot of different angles. All these angles look pretty freaking good. I mean, there's not a bad one that it go. There's not, in other words, not one of these I said, nah, that's not Hugh Jackman. Kind of like the recent Mace Windu that is not their best work. This is pretty freaking awesome. If this shows up in our hands next year in this state, I think we're gonna have a lot of very happy people. So here's the mask sculpt, or one of them, with the interchangeable lower mouth plates. That looks pretty sick. Again, I'm not sure. You guys let me know in the comment section down below. How are you feeling the mask sculpt? I doubt many of us are going to actually use it, but maybe you will. Maybe you get 2 of these and maybe you will. I don't know. There you go. Lower mouth plates, battle damage, chest armor that kind of wraps around. Dig that. It all looks good. There's the different mouth plates. I mean, look, we've seen these before, but the paint application on beards, they typically do a pretty good job. One of these days, I imagine we'll see a rooted beard section. Here's the claws. Let's go ahead and zoom in on these guys. It says attachable claws. So I'm wondering if the 3 claws are inserted into these guys or not inserted into the guys, because I know Sideshow did that with theirs, but their attachment method was pretty terrible. Undeniably so. Like, it was really, really bad. So these look to be, at least if that is how this is done, it looks to be a little bit more secure. We won't really know until they're dropped. This is what I thought was interesting. Single boot. So like Wolverine's a Jedi. He doesn't get a split boot. He doesn't get a lot of range of motion in the ankles. I was noticing that in some of the posing sections. So single boot, blue, black, it all looks great. I am a little worried about posing when that time comes and he's got to do some crazy stuff. I'm worried about the mobility of the ankles. We'll see. Several eyeballs. We've seen that. And he's looking all kinds of flipping good. Now, I am curious when we're actually going to see the new Deadpool figure, because it's kind of odd to see the Wolverine first. But here's our seamless arm switch outs. They look pretty freaking good. Here's all our hands. So if you notice, I'm assuming the claws are inserted into all of these. So all of these hands, if you kind of get it, I know that one's blurry back there with the bokeh. All these hands appear to be able to have the ability to have claws coming out of them. So maybe you can, but they just didn't show us that. Or maybe they did and I missed it. I don't think so, though. We'll back up, see some of the blogger photos. But all this is looking pretty... Look at the texture on the hair. That looks pretty sick. Battle damage switch out parts for the deluxe version on the shoulder and the gauntlets. Those look pretty good. And we kind of got more photos of the head sculpt, which looks... Honestly... This is the best Wolverine figure, period. I can't think of a better one. You might go, oh, the Days of Future Past, and the one that was that other one from the Wolverine film way back when we was doing samurai stuff. This one's by far the best one. You get a Hugh Jackman sculpt, you get a comic inspired suit for film, you get cowls, you get armor parts, you get battle damage, clean parts, you get mouth plates, you get all the stuff. So this thing is freaking awesome. Now, the deluxe is $340. The regular is $280. So you got $60 difference. Now, in my opinion, $60 for a sculpt, the battle damage parts, and the switch out is a no-brainer. You couldn't buy that Hugh Jackman sculpt for $60, and you certainly won't be able to buy it for $60 on the aftermarket 2 years from now, right? That ain't happening. So I think, like I said earlier, 99% of us are going to be getting the deluxe and maybe a backup as a regular. That's about it. I just don't see. I don't see the regular. I think the regular is going to stick around. This thing's going to be hot. I cannot wait to see Deadpool. Let me know your thoughts on it. Comment section down below. If you want to order one of these, check out Pop Collectibles if you like. Other than that, collect what you like. See you next time.